168,000 euros. That is what this Porsche Taycan 4S Cross Turismo costs at the Salzburg Motor Show, and 48,000 of that is options. At this price, every surface inside needs to earn the premium over the $133,000 base. I walked around looking for where the promise breaks. The ice gray metallic reads silver under show lighting, but from the side it pulls a blue-gray depth the sedan's shorter roofline never reveals. The black accent package deletes all chrome, which on this color strips years off the car. 21-inch Cross Turismo wheels in gloss black fill the arches, and the plastic cladding disappears until you remember this car has a gravel mode and 20 millimeters of extra clearance to use it. From the rear three-quarter, this is one of the best-looking electric cars on sale. What the exterior does not prepare you for is the cabin. Step inside, and the first thing that registers is not a feature. It is the smell. Smooth black leather across every contact surface, and the stitching along the dashboard top is something you notice before the screen. The materials do not change quality between where your hand rests and where it does not. The steering wheel is the right diameter and the right thickness. I have sat in cars at this price where the wheel felt borrowed from something cheaper. This one does not. The 14-way electric comfort seats hold you lower than expected for a car with raised ground clearance, and that is deliberate. It makes the Cross Turismo feel like a sports car with a hatchback, not a wagon pretending. The passenger display is a genuine addition, giving your front passenger their own screen for navigation or media. Head-up display means the central screen becomes something you glance at, not stare into. Sport Chrono with its dashboard-mounted stopwatch and push-to-pass adds intent a base Taycan does not carry. BOSE Surround Sound fills this cabin properly. The honest problem is the lower touchscreen. Adjusting climate requires tapping a glossy panel that collects fingerprints and pulls your eyes off the road. At this price, physical controls for the basics should not still be a conversation Porsche is having. Turn around and the rear tells a more complicated story. 2 individual seats in a 4+1 layout. You can technically fit a third person in the middle. You would not want to be that person. Headroom is the Cross Turismo's advantage over the sedan, enough that an adult over 6 feet fits without brushing the headliner. Heated rear seats and the Porsche crest embossed into the headrest signal a considered specification, not a base car with a paint upgrade. Soft closed doors are standard on this configuration, which is a detail you notice when rear passengers close the door behind them. The compromise lives in legroom. Behind a tall driver, it is tighter than the Audi S6 Avant e-tron manages at a lower price. Lift the electric tailgate. 446 liters with seats up, over 1,100 folded. Segment average numbers, but the shape is better than the volume suggests. Wide and low at the load lip, which means a stroller or 2 suitcases slide in without the awkward lifting deeper boots demand. The frunk adds 84 liters, enough for a charging cable and a bag. The net dividers on either side of the boot are a small detail that 3 people I mentioned them to immediately wanted. 590 horsepower with launch control, 523 pound-feet of torque through all 4 wheels, 3.6 seconds to 60, no build, no gap between thought and response. You press and it goes immediately and completely. 320 kilowatt DC charging means 10 to 80% in 18 minutes. A coffee stop, 272 miles of EPA range. Realistically, 240 in mixed driving, enough for most weeks on a home charger. 168,000 euros, roughly $183,000. The base 4S Cross Turismo starts at 133,000 in America. The 48,000 in options splits into 2 categories. Rear axle steering, Sport Chrono, and InnoDrive justify themselves every time you park, push, or hand the motorway to the car. Those change how it lives with you. The accent package, the embossed crest, the electric sport sound, that is taste. At this price, taste is what you are paying for, and the only buyers who will argue are the ones who have never sat in a cabin this well built. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and subscribe for more content just like this. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or questions. I read every single one, and don't forget to click the bell icon to get notified about my next upload. See you in the next video.